I'm Martin, and I wanted to show you guys maybe an easier way to be using your investigation guides. So let me just show you two possibilities here for this week's assignment that might make things a little bit easier. So I'm going to go to my digital reader for my weather studies guide, and maybe yours opens up a little differently. Mine always opens up in this two-page view. And I'm going to go ahead and advance this until I see, there we are, the table of contents, and then click Investigation 3A, which we're doing for this coming week. So here we have it open. It's open into 2 pages. It's taking up our whole screen. Unfortunately, we can't just click in here to make the answers show. And then as we go through, we sometimes lose the picture that we wanted to use. So let's see if we can make this a little bit easier. Well, one way to do this is to change our screen size and use the interactive figure portion. So if I click on this first figure here, I'm on a Mac, so I click twice. You can see that it pops up over here. Well, that's great. Now I can make my browser a little bit bigger, about half screen, and I can come back over here and fit this picture, this digital reader, into one also. And now when I scroll, I can keep the pictures there and answer the questions. And then when it comes time for the next picture to come up, I can double click this and it'll open that tab as well. And so we'll have it there and we can move forward. It's still not interactive, but that might make it a little bit easier to use. Now we can try something else that I've had. So if we go to our module for this coming week, we're going to need to make this a little bigger just for a second. And I'm going to go down here to module 5 already, and I've loaded a file. So here's, this is for investigation 3, A and B, and it has the figs in it and a fillable form. So let's see if this works. So I'm going to click on this. It's going to tell me to download it, so I'll go ahead and download it. It does show up over there, but we want it over here. So, okay, perfect. So now here it is, and you can see up here this file includes fillable form fields. So now we can kind of play the same game here. I'm going to go ahead and minimize this. I'm going to put this over here, expand it a little bit, come back up here. Oh, oops, went a little too far. Okay, so there we are. So now if I scroll down in here, I have the same thing where here's investigation 3A and I have all the figures in there, so we can move forward here. They're not quite as large, so that might be a drawback, but what is nice is that we have our answer sheets here. So you can see 1 is keyed here, 2 is keyed here, and if you wanted to choose one, you can just put an X there. And we can go through when it's time to get to the figures 2 and 3. Oops. I actually added these together here on our fillable form because you need to compare the two figures. And so you can go ahead and do that. We'll move ahead. And go through and you see all the boxes. Now I have highlighted where the questions are. So when we get down to figure 3B, there are no questions associated with this figure. Here they ask you to look at all 3 at the same time, but there isn't a question for it. And then I've gone ahead and put each of the pictures alone on a page with the questions that go with it. So that's 2 different ways. 1 where the form is interactive, or 2 where you get nice big figures but you don't have an interactive form. If you're not using that interactive form at the same time, let's see, so I minimize this here. We could download, go back up a little bit. Here, without figures. And you can download this, and it's just a fillable form, so you can print that out if you want, and then hand that in, or you can fill it on when you download it. So I hope those help a little bit. Let me know. Thank you.